Good morning, everyone. I am Nancy from Old Square Inn in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania in beautiful Lancaster County. I'm coming to you this morning from my beautiful backyard, and the story that I'm going to read to you today is called Occasionally I'm Gordon Ramsay. It's all about, well, you'll hear that in just a minute. So occasionally I'm Gordon Ramsay. You know those days when everything starts out okay and then a little thing happens and then another little thing happens and then another, until you're having a small mental stroke and your serene veneer cracks and your ability to process minor crises temporarily collapses and you sort of become possessed? Yeah, of course you do. I do too. So I don't usually get too jacked up about things unless you ask Amy, who would say otherwise, but really, I think I can pretty much roll with it. Take Saturday, for example. I was getting breakfast ready, which involved making coffee in the industrial brewer, prepping the fruit, mixing the ingredients, setting out juice and water for the guests, cooking bacon, slicing veggies, or whatever. It was a lot of fun. I like to do that. I was in the zone and I was rolling out some scones when I heard a pleasant sound that reminded me of a lovely trickling brook in the middle of a verdant grassy area with lush green trees. Hear the birds singing? I did. Well, actually you might since I'm outside, but anyway, I was in the kitchen. Then I turned around to gaze at the woodland creatures, but noted instead that the coffee pot was overflowing and scalding hot coffee was merely dripping onto the floor. "Oh dear," I said, "that's unpleasant." And I cleaned up the floor with a handy towel that I cheerily tossed into the laundry, humming a happy tune as I returned to make more coffee and complete my tasks. Tra-la-la. But it doesn't always work out that way. So fast forward to the next day. I was thinking about how I had found myself in the middle of someone else's unending problems, and I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. You know how you could get dragged into somebody else's drama? For now, I had to put that worry aside because it was showtime and Joan and I were about to serve breakfast. We were going to take out starters for all the guests on the porch, so I set the tray on the table, and as I turned to go, so did the tray. All of the crepes stuffed with strawberries and topped with this luscious whipped cream just tumbled to the floor. "Oh my, oh no," I panicked. "What are we gonna do?" And I ran in circles, flapping my arms while Joan just calmly cleaned up the floor. More guests were coming down, more crepes had to go out, and empty plates were coming back, and entrees had to be plated. It's really important to me that food goes out hot and delicious and that guests aren't waiting too long. If it looks like that's not happening, I get a little concerned that things aren't going to be perfect for the people that we're serving. I had 4 piping hot entrees ready to go and potatoes on the stovetop, plus an omelet on the way, 6 crepes waiting in the wings, 2 people ready for dessert, and on any given day, this would have worked out perfectly. And it usually does, unless I'm distracted and I can't line up all my Tetris pieces. You gotta keep your head in the game. Not sure what happened next, but suddenly nobody was ready for breakfast. It was 1,000 degrees in the kitchen. The whipped cream was melting on the crepes. The sausages were getting cold. The quiche was in the oven burning up. It was Hell's Kitchen and I was Chef Ramsay. Except for the fact that I don't have 16 Michelin stars yet, like he does. But anyway, I was tossing out demands that nobody in the world could ever meet. It was not good. Lucky for me that Joan pretty much ignored my Hell's Kitchen persona. She got the breakfast out, told me to take a deep breath. Don't you wish you had a friend or co-worker like that who could just ignore your passing ire and be a calming force? I hope you do. I am very lucky to have some great friends and family and business colleagues who are smart and insightful and funny and who are wonderful influences on my life. Everyone needs good people to guide them along the way. Here's what I think. Jim Rohn, an entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker, said that you are the average of the 5 people with whom you spend the most time. That's kind of scary right there. And it matters who will influence you, and it matters what goes into your head. So pick positive people and you be a positive person. Everyone has days off, but you don't have to live in them. Stay away from the negativity and from people whose drama has no place in your life. When you feel yourself being pulled into another person's complaining, just say, "Excuse me, cancel my subscription. I don't need your issues." Ha! I know, that's so lame in 8th grade, but it's true, right? Or like my sister and I like to say now, not my monkeys, not my circus. Yeah, so think of instead about how you're going to be a great influence on somebody today, and go and surround yourself with good people and be a good person. This is Nancy from Old Square Inn, and I am wishing you a fantastic week, everybody. I'll see you next time. Have a good week.